Let us start with the next lecture, that is about solving the problems based on Boyle's law. Before going to solve the problems based on Boyle's law, we need to know some of the basic units for the different terms which we'll be using, like pressure, volume, temperature, number of moles. So the first thing, that is pressure. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal. This Pascal, which is denoted as PA, or Newton per meter square. Now 1 Pascal equals to 1 Newton per meter square. This is important because you need to do some interconvergence also. You have to convert Pascal into Newton per meter square. It would be same, of course, or you need to convert bar into Newton per meter square, or atmosphere into bar or in Newton per meter square. So these conversions are very important here. So 1 Pascal equals to 1 Newton per meter square, which is equal to 1 kg meter inverse second square inverse. The next thing, 1 bar. So the pressure can be expressed in bar also. 1 bar is nothing but 1 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Okay. Now 1 atmosphere. Pressure is also expressed in atmosphere. So 1 atmosphere equals to 101.325 kilopascal, which is equal to 101.325 Pascal. Okay. So this is nothing but 1 atmosphere. If you can convert this 1 atmosphere into 1 in Newton per meter square also. Now instead of this you can write 1.01325 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So this conversion you will need often. This thing. Convert atmosphere into Newton per meter square, or and so on. So which is equal to again 1.01325 bar. Okay, because 1 bar equals to 1 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. You just have to remove this 10 raised to 5, you will get this figure. Okay, now 1 atmosphere is equal to 76 centimeter of mercury, Hg, which is equal to 760 centimeter of Hg. So these are the different ways in which you can express pressure, that is Pascal, bar and atmosphere. So you need to know interconversion for this expressing pressure in different units. Now for the volume it is expressed in 1 liters. 1 liter is nothing but 1 dm cube. When you say 1 dm cube, it is nothing but 1 liter, means 1000 ml, you know this thing, equals to 1000 cubic centimeter, means 1 ml equals to 1 cubic centimeter. Now this is important. 1 cubic meter equals to 10 raised to 3 dm cube. Now this is the SI unit. Meter cube is the SI unit of volume. So I can write here, somewhat here, somewhere here. I can write volume. SI unit of volume is meter cube. Okay, so you always remember the SI units also. 1 meter cube equals to 10 raised to 3 dm cube equals to 10 raised to 3 liter, right? Because 1 dm cube equals to 1 liter. Okay, so 10 raised to 3 dm cube will be 10 raised to 3 liter, which is equal to 10 raised to 6 cubic centimeter, which is equal to 10 raised to 6 ml. Okay. So this is the way you can express. So these conversions are very much needed when you solve the problem. dm cube into cubic centimeter and so on. Now the next thing that is, I try to be on the same slide. Temperature. It's very simple. You know this thing already. SI unit for temperature is Kelvin, denoted as K. K equals to degrees Celsius plus 273.15. This is about temperature. Now one more thing is left, that is, I will insert one slide here, one more slide, that is number of moles. In some problems you might need number of moles also. Number of moles. This thing I explained already in the earlier, that is basic concept of chemistry. Number of moles, that is equal to mass in grams divided by molar mass. You always remember this. That is small m divided by capital M. Small m means mass in grams and capital M is molar mass of that particular substance. Or if the number of molecules are given, number of molecules divided by Avogadro's number. That will again give you number of moles, Avogadro's number, which you can write capital N, that is number of molecules, divided by Na, that is Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Isn't it? Now N can be again obtained by this if the volume is given liters. So volume of given gas in liters at STP will be divided by 22.414 liters at STP, that is the molar volume. And one more thing you will need, that is density equals to, denoted by D equals to mass upon volume, and the SI unit for density is kg per meter cube. So these are the some points or some interconversion and derivatives you need to know before solving the problems based on Boyle's law. So let us start with the actual numerical based on this. The first one, it is in front of you. That is, what will be the maximum pressure required to compress 500 dm cube of air at 5 bar to 200 dm cube at 25 degrees Celsius. Now, what is given here? The pressure is given. This thing, volume is given, and the pressure is also given. One more value for volume is again you can see, and at 25 degrees Celsius means this is the constant temperature. So whenever you see there is only one temperature is given, you always understand that this must be the problem based on Boyle's law. Since we are talking particularly about the Boyle's law, but if you are given the mixed problem like based on Charles' law, Darwin's law, Gill-Jackson's law, and so on, or Avogadro's law, so by reading the problem, you should be able to understand which equation should be used. So at 25 degrees Celsius means at constant temperature. So at constant temperature means Boyle's law should be used here. So let us start writing what is given to, that is P1, that is the initial pressure. It is given as 5 bar. Okay. V1, that is the initial volume. It is given as 500 dm cube. V2, that is the final volume, it is given as 200 dm cube, and you need to find what will be the maximum pressure. So you need to find out P2, that is the final pressure. So the formula we have seen, that is Boyle's law, P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. Okay. So at constant temperature and N, that is number of moles. So you just have to substitute the values. It would become very easier for you. Just have to find out P, what is P1, what is P1, what is V2 or P2, what is given. And the rest of the things will be easier for you. So P1 V1 divided by V2. Very simple calculation, 5 into 500 divided by 200. So which is equal to 12.5 bar. Okay, so very simple problem. Now the next numerical, we'll go for the next one. Next it is in front of you. It is written on the slide. A balloon has certain volume at sea level. At what temperature? At what pressure it should be? How it could be temperature? At what pressure in kilopascal will its volume be increased by 40% if the temperature is kept constant? So this is a big hint for you. That is, you have to use the Boyle's law for this. Now let us start writing what is P1. That is initial pressure, that is pressure at the sea level in kilopascal. As a volume at certain volume at sea level. So this is again one more hint. What should be the pressure? So the pressure at sea level in kilopascal, again this is given. So you need to write value for pressure in kilopascal, that is 101.325 kilopascal. So this thing I explained in the from the first slide in the beginning of the lecture. So pressure at sea level, this is nothing but the pressure at sea level. Okay. Now V1, that is the initial volume at sea level. Suppose what is given, it's increased by 40%. So there is no fixed value for this is given. It is only a hint that it is increased by 40%. So we can assume at initial volume at sea level, V1 is what? Initial volume at sea level. At sea level, you can assume at 100 dm cube because we are talking in terms of percentage. So you can assume it as 100 dm cube. This is assumption. Okay. Now V2 final volume that is 100 plus 40 because it is increased by 40%. So you can add 100 plus 40, that is 140. Isn't it? Because we are taken this as a initial one and it has to be increased by 40%. Okay. Now we need to find out P2, that is the final pressure. Final pressure. So when you read the problem, you should be able to point out what is the value for P1, what is for P2, what is V1, what is V2, and what is to be calculated. That is the only trick which is needed. So I read out the problem again. A balloon has a certain volume at sea level. Okay. At what pressure will its volume be increased by 40% if the temperature is kept constant? So first we decided the pressure at sea level. Then initial volume at sea level, it is not given. So we assume it as 100 because it is increase is by 40%. So if it is increased, so that will be 100 plus 40, that is 140 dm cube. So we need to find out the pressure, final pressure, because it is asked at what pressure will it be increased by 40%. Okay. So again the same, rest of the things become easier once you decide it correctly. What is P1, V1, P2 and V2 and what is needed to be calculated. So P2 will be equal to, I'll directly substitute the value here, P1 V1 divided by V2, which is equal to 101.325 into 100 divided by 140. So if you solve this, you'll get the answer 72.375 kilopascal. So here also you need not have to change the unit for this, because this pressure it is given in kilopascal. So the answer you will be getting in kilopascal itself. If it is asked calculate in pascal, then you need to convert this kilopascal into pascal. Okay, so the next problem will go, numerical rather, will go. This is from the textbook itself. A syringe has a volume of 10 cubic centimeter at pressure 1 atmosphere. If you plug the end so that no gas can escape and push the plunger down, what must be the final volume to change the pressure to 3.5 atmosphere? So what is given here? Volume is given, this pressure is given, and what you are doing, what you are supposed to find out, that is the final volume when the pressure is changed to 3.5 atmosphere. This pressure is going to be changed from 1 to 3.5 atmosphere. So for this one, what is P1? By reading the problem, you will easily understand that initial pressure, that is 1 atmosphere, isn't it? P1, that is initial volume, that is 10 cubic centimeter. And P2 is 3.5 atmosphere. Okay, and you need to find out V2. So again use the same equation because we are talking about Boyle's law. P2 V2, P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. So here you are supposed to find out V2. So rearrange the equation, P1 V1 divided by P2. So substitute the values, 1 into 10 divided by 3.5, and on solving we'll get the answer 2.857 liters. Okay, so here 2.875 liters here. So syringe had the volume of 10 cubic centimeter, means that is, this is given in cubic centimeter, and you are getting here answer in liters. You can convert this into cubic centimeter, but it doesn't make any change. Remember, you can write answer in other, unless and until it is specifically asked that calculate the volume in cubic centimeter, then only you need to convert this. Remember. Okay, so here this is in atmosphere. This pressure, these two terms are given in atmosphere. So you'll get the answer in liters. Remember. Okay. Now the next thing. Next we'll go for the next one. Next numerical. A balloon is inflated with helium gas. The balloon is inflated with helium gas at room temperature and 1 bar pressure when its volume is 2.27 liter and allowed to rise in air. As it rises, the external pressure decreases and the volume of the gas increases till finally it bursts out. When external pressure is 0.3, and when it means that when it bursts out, what is the external pressure? That is 0.3 bar. Okay, from 1 bar it is changing to 0.3 bar. What is the limit at which volume of the balloon can stay inflated? Okay, so what is the volume? Means you need to calculate the volume here. So again here is a hint that at room temperature means you need to use your Boyle's law. So here you write down again the Boyle's law, that is P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. Then P1, that is the initial pressure, that is 1 bar. Here it is 1 bar. Okay. Then V1 is the initial volume, that is 2.27 liters. P2, that is the final pressure, it is 0.3 bar. So write here 0.3 bar. And you need to find out V2. Now, the rest of the part is very easy for you. P2 will be equal to P1 V1 divided by P2. So just substitute the values and you'll get the answer. 0.3, and it is coming out to be 7.567 liters. Now the next here, next is, so this is about the problems or the numericals based on Boyle's law. So the only thing is that you need to read the numerical very carefully, and then only you will be able to solve this. So rather this is a simpler thing to do. Thank you.